here we are. It's hard to believe this gate wasn't even closed. I take it as a sign that the Cunning One smiles on our endeavors, but I think I should probably close it to avoid arousing suspicion. Well then, we'll just open the... By fex, I can't move the gate anymore. But everything else is going according to plan, right? If only it didn't smell so bad down here. We should move as quietly as possible. Even down here, you can never be sure that you're alone. If you follow the way of the fox, as I do, you will learn that soon enough.
Hear something, Snapper? Someone come?
Ontho, my fine fellow! Oh, have you been a good boy? Did you catch those rats?
Yes, Ontho always do what Bloomfold say. Ontho catches rats and put key in chest like Bloomfold want.
Yes, Ontho, you're a good boy. Listen to me, this is important. We've had a visit from a couple of snoopers. They might try to sneak in here. I want you to deal with anyone you find here, understand? Make short work of them.
Yes. Ontho break all who come, and go look traps. Snapper, guard here. All what Bloomfold want. Ontho always make Bloomfold happy.
Oh, Ontho, you really are a gem! The finest in my collection!
That cheerful blimp must have been Bloomfold, the fortress commandant. He matches Gurley's description precisely. We're on the right track.
Unfortunately, they're expecting us. People even seem to know why we're here. It seems someone was a little clumsy with their secret inquiries. Anyway, we should definitely avoid running into that Ontho. Maybe we can distract him and his dog somehow. If we can get them both out of the room with the stairs, then we should be able to get into the fortress unseen. We just need to find some way of attracting their attention.
Hey, you archers! Stop stuffing your faces! There's a crazy dwarf out there smashing everything up! Stop him!
Did you hear the head tollkeeper, people? We're under attack. From a dwarf. Sounds like we're really in for it.
Silence! If we're found out, we're done for! Cook, you stay here and bolt the door behind us. Come on, boys. Let's get that snooper!
That stubborn dwarf really did storm the fortress. It looks like he's taking on the whole garrison. By fex, I'd laugh if it weren't so horrifying. I completely agree. It looks like we'll have to cross the room behind this door. Fortunately, one of those fellows is still in there. Didn't you hear the head tollkeeper? He ordered them to bar the exit and let no one in. I think he said it to the cook. And what if he raises the alarm first? Believe me, a soft step and a bit of skill are always better than violence. And it's not exactly heroic to murder a cook, is it? And if he does see us, perhaps we can persuade him one way or another to keep quiet, at least for a while. What do you think? Good. Fex be with us. Remember, quiet and carefully does it.
Huh? Who? By fex! Who's that? You must be with those snoopers, aren't you? Wait, the guards... Yeah, I've already seen your good intentions. Your dwarf friend is smashing everything up out there.
Let's try to convince him. I'd rather avoid violence.
All right. Tell me why I shouldn't call the guards. It's not that simple. You don't know what the Commandant is capable of when he thinks he's been betrayed. What can you give me in return?
The chance of a new life, my friend. When we're finished here, the Commandant won't be able to do anything to you. Then nobody will bother you, we promise.
Very well. If you promise. All right. I'll keep quiet. I promise. You probably want the key for the door, don't you? Here, now go.
This time our little friend has really managed to get himself into trouble. We need to make it to the gatehouse before we can get any further. The guards were helpful enough to leave the ballista right under the portcullis. If they don't notice us, we can give them a little surprise. Well, I'm almost inclined to let him deal with the fruits of his stupidity alone. But you're right. Let's try to creep up on those fellows and put them to sleep one by one. No, they're distracted, and that ballista makes a lot of noise. Not to mention Forgrim's bawling. I think we have a good chance. Soon all they'll see is stars, but we need to hit them while they're distracted. So, we've made it this far. You've turned out to be quite talented, despite a few little mishaps. Still, it's a good job you didn't follow Forgrim. Sure, he's hard as nails, but he's also just as stubborn. He doesn't have too much respect for the ways of the fox god. Also, our first acquaintance was rather unfortunate. He and Ardo surprised me as I was performing a effects-pleasing task. To smooth things out, I promised to help them look for a thief named Mora. Thanks be to the Cunning One. In Furdok, I managed to discover that she's with the pirates. That's why we're looking for them. But enough of that. We need to keep moving.
By all the lower hells, where did you spring from? Are you with that dwarf? How can you just walk into our fortress like this?
You better worry about me, lackey. I want some answers from you, quickly. Speak. My axe is impatient.
I strongly suggest you cooperate, head tollkeeper. Things rarely end well when he starts talking about his weapon.
All right. Stay calm. Maybe we can cut you in. The pirates can be very generous if...
The pirates? You're working with the pirates?
Things are starting to make sense. So the smuggled goods come from the pirate attacks. By Hacienda, this conspiracy is on a much bigger scale than we thought.
You didn't know? By all the gods and demons! You come here, kill nearly all my men, and you didn't know about the pirates? Yes, and details on destination and weaponry. This place was the perfect cover. I didn't think anyone would work it out. Now I understand. You're not in another gang. You don't want to make a deal. This is about something else.
What should we do, head tollkeeper? If they know about our deal with the pirates, then...
What do you think? There's no going back now. It's us or them. Attack!
You seem a little slow on the uptake, human. All of you drop your weapons, or I'll crush you flatter than that little toy beneath the gate.
Much as it pains me, I must agree with the dwarf. You should listen to him, tollkeeper.
Never! Men, finish them! Do you really want to make the Commandant angry? I said attack!
Why should I worry about the Commandant if I'm dead? I'm done with this madness.
Yes, to Boron with Bloomfold and his darn scheming.
Come on, lads, let's get out of here. You'll regret this. You know what happens to deserters here. Now everything's ruined. Why did you have to poke your noses in? Arrgh!
What a pointless death. He must have feared somebody more than us.
Finally, you skulkers turn up. I thought I'd have to do everything here.
Sounds like you were enjoying all that ducking and diving, Shorty. So sorry if we're interrupting.
Ha! I could have dealt with that ridiculous plaything myself. You just made things a little quicker. I must admit it can sometimes be quite useful to have a skulker watching your back. As long as you don't get in my way, I think we can work together.
That was almost praise, wasn't it, Forgrim? Don't worry. If you still want to get your head caved in, I won't stop you.
This must be the Great Hall. Without his lackeys outside, it should be easy to arrest that wretched tollgate commandant. Come on. Let's kick the door in and grab him.
Wait. I'm sure this place has a few more surprises in store for us. It would be smarter to find a way through the dungeon. That way we can avoid any more trouble.
You can sneak around on your own, thief. I told you not to get in my way.
There's no point in arguing with you, Forgrim. What about you? Which way will you choose? Excellent decision. See, Forgrim, you're outvoted.
I'll follow along just to keep an eye on you. Let's go.
You won't get me so easily, not me!
Count on it, scoundrel. You won't get away from us.
What are you gonna do then, huh? I'm locked up safe and sound in here, and that's how I'm staying!
Well, in that case, we've got you too. Maybe we should calm down and talk about this.
You learned nothing from me. Not at all. You'd need the dungeon key for that. Well, the Commandant has one, and I have one. And you can bet I'm not giving it to you. Huh! You're right. The key opens all the cell doors. I think I'll hold on to it. Oh, well, they won't get you in here. Oh, well, they won't get you in here. Are you joking? I know what you did in the courtyard. You're not doing the same to me. What are you doing? The bear's angry. Help! Let me out of here! Well, I'll give you the key! Phew! Thanks, I thought I was bound for Boron's halls. Oh, here's the key. You're not going to hurt me, are you? They're all dead. Bloomfold, he had them all killed. I've already said too much. Please, I've done nothing to you. Let me go.
You're right. Why don't we lock this good fellow into one of the empty cells? He looks like he needs some peace and quiet.
What? There's no need for that.
What's wrong, Soma Show? A moment ago you were so happy to be in a cell.
You can't just leave me to rot here. You've killed so many people. Who knows if anyone will come down here again? I don't believe a word of it. You're not coming back anyway. The Commandant's bodyguards will make mincemeat of you. You'll see.
Well, I'll kiss an ogre, if it isn't those snoopers Tashman's men have been talking about. We were betting on your chances of making it up here. Hear that, Metzel? They just want to talk. Very impressive, don't you think? Hard to believe Tashman's people couldn't handle you, but they were just fodder. Now you'll get a real fight.
So, we meet at last. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Titus Bloomfold, Commandant of the fortress you just assaulted so loutishly.
Spare us the pleasantries, you villain. We know what you're up to. You're in league with the pirates.
Oh, so you discovered that already. Truly impressive. Did Tashman talk before you did away with him? Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Did you really think your snooping would go unnoticed? How simple-minded of you. It's incredible you got this far. Well, I'm a practical man. I don't cry over spilt milk. But if you care so much, perhaps you shouldn't have killed them, A lucrative arrangement. We give them information, and they always drop off a little package here or there. They'll be raiding an elf village soon. I wonder what they'll bring me. They say the most peculiar things about female elves. Maybe I'll find out the truth for myself soon.
We'll make you eat your words, scoundrel. Before we destroy you, I think I'll turn you into something really disgusting. I just can't think of anything more repellent than you.
Well, I think our little discussion is drawing to a close. I'm a very busy man, and you're beginning to bore me.
Yes, where are those scoundrels hiding? I'm getting sick of trawling up and down this river looking for them.
And what about Mora? Is she also with the pirates?
Mora? Interesting that you ask that. My river pirate friends have mentioned that name a few times. They sounded quite agitated. If she's so important, then maybe she's still alive. That would be important to you, wouldn't it? Oh, such a pity you'll never find out. You don't seem to understand your position. Right now, Coldstone's man is dealing with your friends on the ship, and I have a very special surprise for you. Time for you to meet my little pet.
Ah, we're not scared of your little lapdog.
Oh, not this one! Come on, boy, come on! Feeding time!
Aldo! No! What happened? Is he?
No, he's still alive. Ardo had been talking to the two guards for a long time.
Now, as honest merchants, we are, of course, willing to take care of all toll formalities.
A stranger snuck up behind him with a dagger.
According to the fee schedule in full.
It all happened quickly.
Nothing escapes the eyes of the chamber.
I called out. He tried to dodge, but the dagger grazed him. Ardo slew them all, but the attacker's blade must have been poisoned. Ardo fell to the ground soon afterwards, and now he's in this strange condition.
Oh no, that's the man who talked us into the robbery.
What? You know this man? And you and that Mora worked with him? By the Forge of Angrosh, what does this mean, thief?
Well, Mora and I are old rivals. We've been in competition for a long time for the title of King of Thieves. This man spoke to us in a tavern in Havina. It may not mean much to you, but we children of the Fox know what it means. Mora is my only serious rival. There are no better thieves than us in all Havina. This man knew that. We were arguing about how we were going to outdo each other. He joined us and did what he could to stir things up even more. Finally, he made a proposition. By the Lord of the Night, a truly foolhardy idea. Mora must have taken him at his word, because she went to ground soon after. I decided I had to beat her to it. By fex, it was a real masterpiece, I don't mind telling you. Oh, nothing. Unfortunately, Ardo and Forgrim caught me.
Aha, now I understand. Caught by your own tricks, Kano. And all because of a woman.
I was careless for just a moment. To my horror, I realized that Mora had already...
Silence, rogue! Must I remind you of your oath?
I can't talk about it. We swore an oath of silence.
Exactly. And only Ardo can release us from it. Ardo. By Angrosh, we must get him quickly to a healer.
Yes, we should get him on board, and think about where to look for help. Yes, make him comfortable. I fear there's little else we can do for him at the moment.
What are we waiting for? Raise the sails! Oh, Ardo, shame on my beard. Why did I leave you alone?
Where should we go, Forgrim? That blade must have had an evil poison. I've never seen anything like it. I don't know if a normal healer can help us.
Elves? We can't trust Ardo to some Bonferatosh.
And why not? Faerus has often spoken of how deeply rooted the healing arts are in the elven culture. One of their villages could well be home to a powerful healer. We just need to find it.
Elves? By effort, I've never even seen one of them. Are you sure the Commandant wasn't a little delusional? I hope you have a better suggestion.
Yes, well, burglary is a dirty business, isn't it? A very revealing view of your profession, Kano.
Yes, the voice of the River Father. I know the Dayouts of the city don't think much of him, but his advice never did me any harm. Or maybe you have some other ideas.
Let's be on our way to Brother Emeron's island.
We carefully consider our next steps. Ardo's life doesn't seem to be in immediate danger. He just won't wake up. Let's equip ourselves in Nadarit first.
Equip ourselves? You want to go shopping and plan your next dishonest deeds, while Ardo lies here, close to death? To Emeron's island, I say.
This is pointless. Somebody must lead our group until Master Ardo has been healed. Would you do it? After all, you did make it through the toll gate with these two squabblers.
Well, all right. I think I can live with that. For now, at least. And don't worry, I'll be there to help you with my advice when you need to make the right decisions.
Fine. I don't mind. At least you've shown that you can be relied upon. Just let me know when you've had enough of that scallywag.
Then we are agreed. Men, this expedition now has a new leader.
Yes, Captain.
Gangrosha. Let's set sail with Angrosh's blessing. We must help Ardo.
Yes, the wisdom and blessing effects be with you. You are taking on a heavy responsibility.
I know only too well what it means to lose a comrade. I will be happy to help you. And as soon as Ardo is healed, we will have Coldstone pay for his deeds.
I think I've worked out that you're no ordinary merchants. Don't worry. I'll keep quiet if that's what you want. Let me know when you have orders.
You there, please wait a moment. Have you just come from the toll gate? Please, you have to help me. My betrothed was arrested a few days ago for no reason and taken up to the fortress. I heard fighting a while ago, and now nothing. Please, did you see him when you were there? That's Felian's ring. Where did you find it? What happened to Felian? Felian... dead? Oh, Travia, why? Here, take this as a sign of my gratitude for returning his ring. I was saving for my wedding dress, but I don't need it anymore. If I could just get to Fair Dock and tell people what happened here, that's the only thing I can do for Felian now.
By Effort's Beard, I wish I could take you there, but our leader urgently needs help, and Furdock is too far upriver.
Excuse me, honorable gentlefolk. I am Sarastro Castellani, a merchant from the south. I see your predicament, and it touches my heart. I can take the young lady safely to Furdock.
Don't go to the guard. Look for a man named Gerlin. Tell him Yakon Zagor sent you. He'll take care of everything.
Clever advice. We don't know how far Coldstone's intrigues reach.
Coldstone? I don't know who that is, but I'll take your advice. Thank you. And you too, good merchant. May Travia bless you.
Let's be on our way immediately. Please follow me, young lady.
Greetings once again. You seem distressed. What happened? Yes, the signs were all too clear, unfortunately. But tell me what happened. Oh, great River Father, what mischief prospers on your shores? Quick, let me see his wounds. I am sorry. The power of the Great Mother is truly strong. But this poison is based on dragon magic, the sorcery of humans and elves. You must seek healing from them. The elves are truly powerful healers. I know where to find their village. They asked me to keep it secret, but in this case I hope they will forgive me. I shall show you on your map. Yes, make haste and save your friend and the elves. May the blessing of the River Father be with you.
Do you need my help? If we succeed in healing Ardo, he may let us in on his quest. I already have a few theories about it, but, well, they aren't ripe yet. Can I help you in any other matter? What about? What do you want to know about them? Their sensitivity and sharp senses made every mission considerably easier. But I also miss our personal conversations a great deal. Do you find my assessments about the others interesting? A man of great stature, and bursting with self-confidence. He may not be very educated, but that doesn't diminish his charismatic presence in any way. Do you find my assessments about the others interesting? Dear me, that dwarf is incorrigible. Yet he also has his good points. Do you find my assessments about the others interesting? He knows how to think through all eventualities and incorporate the most promising ones into his tactics. Yet I have the impression that he is more used to working alone. Do you find my assessments about the others interesting? Please, go ahead. I'll be happy to answer you if I can. The most interesting part was the all-too-rare expeditions. Otherwise, in addition to studying books, we occupied ourselves with endless theoretical debates, which I don't want to bore you with by repeating here. Do you have any other questions you want me to answer? Do you really think I'm with the IGIA? You should fabricate fewer theories and concentrate on practical matters. It's better to ask yourself how my abilities can best be put to use to benefit you and the mission at hand. Do you have any other questions you want me to answer? By Hycinda! Even if I knew it, it would not be my business to answer that question. Only know that we can count on him, and that rhetorically he is the match of any of my teachers. Do you have any other questions you want me to answer? Please, go ahead. Well, my father was a master builder and taught me that you can only achieve something in life if you apply your knowledge in a practical way. That's why I went into Gerland services after my studies at the academy in Festum. I believe I can learn more about the world and my abilities outside of the academy walls than in books. But enough of that. Surely you didn't want to only talk about me.
What is it? We have to get Ardo back to health. I don't care how. The main thing is that my friend can hold onto a tankard again. Was there anything else? Sure, but what about? I am Thorgrim, son of Ferrolux. In former times, when I was still with my clan, I cleared the tunnels of all kinds of animals and other things. Then I joined Ardo, and now I look out for Ardo. And I keep an eye on Scallywag. Yes. Anything else? What's to say about them? Of course. Ardo is my best friend. And if we don't manage to get him well again, then who would I drink a pale ale or have escapades with? Do you want to keep talking about our companions? It's only because of him and that Mora that we're even in this mess. Otherwise, I would be happily downing a tankard of pale ale with Ardo right now. Well, at least he's helping us. Do you want to keep talking about our companions? Well then, That bookworm is way too smart for me, but what he says sounds pretty good. At least, I think so. Do you want to keep talking about our companions? All right. Is there anything else? If I can. One day I left the mountain on a mission for the gold prospectors. The Furdok Pale Ale was so much to my liking that I spent my entire travel allowance on it. And when Ardo offered me a job, we became friends. Anything else you'd like to have explained to you? Apart from the fact that she's a common thief, what else is there to know? If I can. Because they have something that belongs to us. Or rather, they have a woman called Mora, who has something belonging to Ardo. At least we think that's how it is.
Yes? Maybe I should hold back a bit more, so that Thorgrim doesn't hack me to pieces. Without Ardo, well, just between us, maybe it is my fault that things went so far after all. In any case, I am blaming myself. Is there anything else I can help you with? I'd love to do that. What would you like to talk about? I particularly enjoy talking about myself. Well, naturally, as a Benedin, all doors were open to me. I was supposed to follow in my father's footsteps and assume his position. A big responsibility. Well then, there are some other topics, aren't there? Who do you want to know something about? If it weren't for him, I'd have lost my head long ago. Please don't think I had anything personal against him when I wanted to steal from him. It was purely business. Do you want to talk about the others some more? Doesn't he at some point have to realize which opportunities he passes up by waging battle? Well, I suspect he's only so enraged because he's worried about his friend. Do you want to talk about the others some more? A man with brains, which you can't say about everyone here. He always has good advice and doesn't hesitate to put it into practice. He's a good man. Do you want to talk about the others some more? And what is the new topic? But of course. If that's a question, then it's a sly trick question. Very Fex-pleasing. Well, why not? Fex is the god of all those seeking fortune and truth, and we're all doing that. Do you have any more questions you want to ask? We're on Mora's trail after she stole something from Ardo. We only know that she went missing during a pirate attack on the Great River. The woman just spells trouble with a capital T. Do you have any more questions you want to ask? Oh yeah, the woman wanted to pull the rug out from under me and Havina. She charmed the pants off everyone with her curly red tresses and flashing eyes. But not me. She can't wrap me around her little finger, no siree.
There's a coldness creeping into my bones, and it's not because of the weather. It's as if something dark is lurking down deep in the water below us. Pardon me. I didn't want to burden you with my concerns. But when you spend your days with the moods of the river, then you learn to pay attention to certain signs. What can I do for you? So ask. My father had it built. Because of his love of stories and his reverence for the River Father, he named his ship after the sprite Thalaria, who lived in the meadows along the Great River. She enchanted the River Father himself with her golden hair. My father was wise to give the ship her countenance, and for this, the Thalaria has always been spared the wrath of the River Father. So ask. Well, he has been known among the river boatmen for a long time. They pay their respects to him and give him gifts out of reverence for the River Father. But many ask themselves if he really is the voice of the River Father. So ask. Well, let me just say this much. That I pulled Sam out of the river, Yalak out of a hole, and Dumb Dan out of a nest.
The idle sitting around on deck was terrible. Dark forces had an iron grip on Ardo, and I blamed myself. Should the elves not know of a cure for him either, then I would cut off my beard. My companions only speculated about this Cold Stone and his henchmen. I kept my spirits up only with the thought of soon being able to give these river pirates a severe dressing down.
There's a suitable spot. All clear to dock, men.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Prepare the gangway.
Heads up!
Drop the anchor. Yes, sir.
We should be careful as we go deeper into the woods.
Shh! I hear voices.
Oh, what are you waiting for, men? If we see elves, we'll attack immediately. Those grasshoppers won't even know what hit.
Not so fast, Brave Thorn. We should approach these elves with caution.
Captain, if we attack quickly, we can catch them unprepared. Let's take their elven treasures.
Turn back if you cannot forget your greed. Only those who seek harmony are welcome in these woods.
Too bad for you. We're looking for something else. Seize them!
Feya Valia Nabionda. Stay out of our affairs, humans.
Everybody, back to the ship! I'll decide what to do!
Sanyaba Talar. I greet you, human, and your companions. My name is Asaliel Wingstroke. What burden brings you to me, seekers? We will help if we can, but like your friend, we also struggle with a dark threat that drains our strength. They were not unexpected, but we could not lessen their fury without the Song of Peace. Every note led to discord, with all the horror. Form replaces light, and shadows grow. What must be, must be. Act prudently. I shall send a Fae to care for your friend. We shall meet again at the Sedaba, the Great Tree.
What an extraordinary encounter. The elves have more important things to do, so we must deal with the pirates instead.
Yes, the pirates. I'm telling you, they're in league with that Cold Stone. They're to blame for everything. Well, now it's time to repay them with my axe.
Take it easy, Shorty. We don't know the whole story yet. We don't even know what they want here.
Take it easy. While Ado is dying, I'll get the whole story out of them with my fists.
With your fist-in-the-face method, we'll never find out what the pirates did with Mora. You ought to stay here with Ardo while I deal with this.
How dare you tell me what to do, rogue? It wasn't my idea to call on the tree huggers. Why don't you stay while I... Enough talking now. Let action speak. Where's the whetstone?
I see no need to solve the problem with brute force. If we use our intelligence, it should be easy to mediate successfully between the two parties.
Why help the pirates for nothing when we can use their goals to achieve our own? Fex is bound to look kindly on a profitable deception.
By Angrosh, enough talk! Those river pirates don't have a chance against us. They're just a bunch of cowards.
We offer the pirates our help and find out a bit of this and that. They'll leave if we play them off against each other just right, and the elves are bound to thank us.
The pirates are probably looking for something in particular. The first thing we should do is find out what it is and then act as brokers.